It's the Epiphone Les Paul Junior double cut. It's a P90 Junior, it's a double cut. I'm well aware that the range of guitars, styles, brands that I review on this channel, it's a little bit limited, it's a little bit blinkered, isn't it? Oh, I like a P90 Junior, don't I? As far as I know, Epiphone have never released a version of this before, and they may not do so again. If you fancy one, probably now's the time to get one. Guitaristas is proudly supported by Gear for Music. Hello, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Guitaristas. It's good to see you again. So this week, another change of plan this week actually. I was gonna do an amp review this week, but when I unboxed it last week, it didn't work. So I'm sending it back, and well, I haven't sent it back yet, so I haven't got time to turn that around this week. So you're getting something different. What I'm going to do is review this. I almost forgot I bought it. Do you remember? I bought it when I was incapacitated just after I broke my collarbone. This was one of the, well, Gibson.com exclusives. But is it a Gibson.com exclusive? Well, it's not apparently, because at least Andertons in the UK seem to also have this guitar. Oh, it's the Epiphone Les Paul Junior double cut. This one in ebony, priced at 499 British pounds. So I snapped one up in, March, I think it was, wasn't it? I snapped one up because I thought, as far as I know, Epiphone have not done a version of this single P90 Junior DC before. And I thought, I'm bloody well having one of them. That's what I thought. I'm bloody well having one of them. Because, I like a P90 Junior, don't I? I love them. I've got loads. It has occurred to me that in the past, this channel has been criticised for having a little bit of a narrow focus on the sort of guitars that we review. That's because I buy them with my own money, and largely as a result of that, I tend to buy guitars that I'm into. So yeah, there's a sign. The point is, there's a kind of a little bit of a narrow focus, and it's getting narrower, isn't it? Yeah, because I've had so many single P90 guitars lately. But it doesn't matter, does it? Because you love them, don't you? If you don't, what's wrong with you? I really don't know what's wrong with you. Because these are where it's at, as far as I'm concerned anyway. And I do this largely to please myself, as if you hadn't noticed. So that's what we're doing this week. We're going to review this, £499. I bought it from Gibson online. You might be able to get one also from Andertons in the UK. In the States, I don't know, are they available in the States anywhere apart from on Gibson website? Let me know, you guys over there. The point is, I think you might want to snap one up if you fancy one, because I'm not convinced that they'll become a kind of a regular offering in the Epiphone range. So just a little tip for you there. Okay, let's get on with it. We're going to do a deep dive review. We're going to do what we always do. We're going to do all the weights and measures. We're going to take it apart, poke it around a little bit, then put it all back together and play it some. You know the score. Timestamps are in the description box if you're in a hurry, so you can skip forward just to hear what it sounds like if you're bored with me talking already. If, however, you love an old bloke talking bollocks, go and put the kettle on, make yourself a nice cup of tea, get some snacks, some nibbles, and come back. And let's all chill out and look at this. DC Junior. Let's do it. Bit lively, that intro, wasn't it? Sorry about that. I'm back and refreshed because I had last week off. So let's get on with it. Let's review the guitar. So, £499. Ebony, obviously. It is a taut pick guard, but it's very, very dark. Disappointingly so, I think. It's too dark. It's, you know, it needs a little bit more contrast. But there you go. You can get a different pick guard, no doubt. It's a single ply taut guard. It's a mahogany body. It's a mahogany set neck. And yeah, it's not too hefty. Let's see what it weighs. Right. Sevens, I reckon. Yeah, not far off, was I? £6, 13 ounces, which is 3.10 kilos. So there you go. Right, yeah, mahogany body, mahogany set neck. The neck, they call it a 50s vintage profile. It is a little bit on the chunky side. Let's have a look at the profile and measurements on the screen now. Okay, here's the neck profile and measurements at the 1st fret. And here's the neck profile and measurements at the 12th fret. Yeah, it feels good. It's not a baseball bat though, so don't let that be putting you off. Yeah, it's kind of a nice handful. Now, rosewood fingerboard. Epiphone have gone back to rosewood fingerboards, certainly on this range and on the Epiphone Coronet that we reviewed just a few weeks back. Rosewood boards. Medium jumbo frets. Let's get the old strings off and have a closer look at that, shall we? Rosewood board, there you go. Have a closer look at that. Nice bit of timber, that, isn't it? 22, 15, 17, 19, 21, 22 medium jumbo frets. No issues there, no sharpness. And it's gloss polyurethane finish, so the fit and finish is perfect. No ridges, no issues, no scratches. Yeah. Nice looking guitar. I mean, I would have bought the TV yellow if there was one, and I don't think there was. I don't even know if there was a cherry option. Certainly just now I've gone back onto Gibson.com. This ebony is the only one that's on there, and as I think I mentioned earlier, Anderton seem to have some as well. So that sort of indicated to me that maybe they weren't selling that well, because a lot of you don't get it. A lot of people don't get it. I don't think juniors do sell very well, which is probably why they're not often in the Gibson or the Epiphone lineup. You know, they've recently bought them back. Will they stick around? I don't know. The point is, I'm wondering if Andertons are helping them sell some off. You know, because it clearly says on the Gibson website it's a Gibson exclusive, but it isn't, is it? It's not if somebody else is selling them. That's not exclusive, is it? It should be saying Gibson and Anderton's exclusive, or whoever is in the States is also selling them. Let me know, because I'm sure someone is. I hope someone is, because if they are, there's an opportunity. See, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I honestly don't. It's just I'm talking, and I'm going to carry on, because it's all right, isn't it? What was I? 22 frets. The neck's got a neck. Graphtec nut. Yeah, there's some close-ups for you, just so you can see what I was talking about. The fret job's great. It's a really well-made, really smart-looking guitar. Except, yeah, pickguard's too dark. It's got Epiphone Deluxe vintage-style tuners with the white buttons, which look nice, although they are the single blocky style ones, which are not my favourite ones. I'll show you what my favourite ones are. I can't show you the guitar that I was going to show you because it's at home, but it's the one on the Epiphone, the ones on the Epiphone Coronet that look like this. These are the original style, 3 on a row, I suppose they call them, 3 on a row. These are actually, they're proper Cluson Deluxe ones, because this is the old one. But the Epiphone Deluxe versions of those, they're my favourites. But these are good, they do the job. And obviously got the Kalamazoo headstock, which as you just saw is, I mean, that guitar was from 1963. That's what Epiphone headstocks looked like. So although this is a Gibson design guitar, I'm sorry, I do still prefer Epiphones to have an Epiphone headstock and not a Gibson one. And I know that a lot of you disagree with that, but that's fine, isn't it? Because, you know, you can spend the extra grand if you want. Just kidding. I don't know what's wrong with me today, I really don't. So we're going to carry on now. We're going to go to this end. There ain't much to see. There's the Epiphone lightning bar compensated bridge, which seriously, it does the job. Don't be scared off of these things. Don't be scared of these guitars because of that. You'll hear me playing these things frequently, because I do, you know, I review a lot of single P90 guitars with lightning bar bridges. Do you ever notice any off intonation, honestly? I mean, it's rock and roll or blues or, you know, bluesy bollocks or whatever that I play. It's never a thing. It's never an issue. You hear me playing up here? Well, let's see. When I'm playing in a bit, I'll do some stuff up here. Have a listen. And let me know if you're going, oh no, that's off. The intonation's out. That thing's rubbish. Let me know if that's what you think. If you don't, if you think the opposite and you think it's spot on, tell me that as well. Right, so that's that. Epiphone P90 Pro. Let's take a reading. Here we go. 8.56 kilo ohms, and the inductance is 7.12 Henrys. So that's going to be a little bit pokey, I think. Yeah. I say that because I've recently been told by someone in the comments, I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently the inductance reading is more of a kind of a guide to how much output the pickups got. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I've been told. We'll find out in a minute when I stop talking. We'll finish off doing this, put some strings on, and then we'll plug it in. Let's actually just take the dark taut guard off. Here we go. Oh, okay. So you can't see the neck tenon at all. Oh, actually, as I was saying that, I can just see the line. You won't be able to. You absolutely won't. But I can see the line just under the paint, and it goes all the way down to there. So it's quite a long little thing in there. Yeah, very faint under the paint. Trust me. Okay. So that's that. Dog ear. Being a plastic cover, pops straight off. There you go. Let's get up closer. It's very dark. Obviously, there's nothing to see apart from a dark hole and a coaxial cable on the Epiphone. Right, let's see if we can decode this. P90 dog ear. Is that EP? Oh, sorry. Let me start again. I got it. P90 dog ear plastic black. C's coaxial, the cable. P90, D for dog, E for ear, P for plastic cover, B for, what did I say? Black. Yeah, I think that's right. And C for coaxial. I'm pretty sure that's right. Let me know your versions. There you go. That's that. Now, what I'm also going to do, I noticed, and I should have mentioned it while the strings were on, but there's a fair old gap between the the pickup and the strings, and obviously you can't adjust these. Well, in the traditional sense you can't, because it screws direct to the body, as you see. But what you can do, and I mentioned this when I reviewed the Epiphone Coronet, is you can get these things, and I think I got these on Reverb or something like that, or from, you know, you can get them, shims, dog ear P90 shims, and I got a pack, and there were 3 different sizes, and you know, you can see there's 2 different sizes there. Don't know how well you can see that. I'm going to pop one under it just to raise it up a little bit, because there was a fair old gap, just to give it a little bit more output. And if you get those, you can do it without taking the strings off. Actually, it's fairly easy to do. All you do is literally, I don't think there's a right way up or a wrong way up. We'll go that way. You can just go like that. So you can absolutely, what am I doing? What do you I'm trying to show you, and I don't know how to do it. Well, you just have to feed it through so the cable goes through the middle. So you, yeah, 100% you can do that while the strings are still on, with a bit of jiggery pokery. And there you go. It just sits in there. Because I'm making this look a lot harder than it actually is. There you go. I finally got there. Now, it's not actually a great fit, that one, and you can see the it's poking out a little bit, but so you might, you know, if you do it and that bothers you, you might want to trim it a little bit. But there you go. It's as easy as that, and that's just about another millimetre and a couple of millimetres higher. So should give us a little bit more output. Okay, let's have a look in the control cavity. Bit of shielding on the cover. CTS 500k pots, plug and play pickup, as all inspired by Gibsons, which is what this is. Capacitor is wired. Center lug of the tone control to the center lug of the volume control. So make of that what you will. There you go. That's it. Let's put it back together, put some strings on, plug it in, see what it sounds like. See you in a minute. Right, here we go. New set of Ernie Ball Regulus Slinkies, and this is what it sounds like unplugged. Little mic's in my pocket today. Like all of these juniors, just a slab of mahogany, wrap tailpiece, and they're just bright as you like. Or as bright as I like anyway. So let's just muck around a little bit. Let's just put a loop down, play something. I'll start with no pedals at all, and I'll bring some in, and if I do, I'll show you. I've got the Warm Audio Centavo. I've got the ODR1 on end. I've got the Rat on today. If I use them, you'll see. Right, here we go. Just back it off a little bit to start with, I think. I do get a bit carried away, sorry. See, it does clean really nicely. It does ballsy without any drive pedal. And then if you put some drive on, however many levels you want, I rest my case. I think we'll leave it at that. I want to apologise again for, I think my playing's a bit sloppy this week, quite often actually. But, you know, I know all of us are never happy, are we? We're never happy with our own playing. And bless you, every time I moan about my playing, I get nice comments, you know. Very rarely do I get comments saying you're shit. I do from time to time. But I can ignore those because I know I'm not shit. But I'm sloppy. I'm not good enough. I need to practice more. In my defence, I haven't been playing very much at all because, as you know, if you watch the channel, because I've been banging on about it, I broke my collarbone nearly 10 weeks ago now. So, you know, it's still a bit sore, to be honest with you. But, you know, so as an excuse, I haven't really been playing, and it shows. I'm only really just sort of getting back into practicing again and thinking, oh, come on, let's try and raise my game. We all go through those periods, don't we, where we get stale, we just do the same stuff, and we're not actually learning anything new or trying to learn anything new. So I've started to try and learn some new stuff, and I've been watching some good guitarists on YouTube and trying to pick up some tips. So hopefully that'll become evident in the future. But this week, I'm sorry, it was all right. We heard what the guitar sounded like, didn't we? That's the whole point of it, isn't it? It sounded all right through the rig that I was using this week. And here's the thing, this is what I was meant to be doing this week, introducing another rig, okay? So I've got 2 rigs to use, okay? If all goes to plan, and I'm going to say no more, okay? If all goes to plan, next week we'll be mucking around with amps and things, okay? So come back next week and find out what that's all about. For now, should we talk about the guitar again? It's a P90 Junior. It's a double cut, and it's bloody lovely, and it's you know, £499. So you'd be silly not to get one. You know, if you've been thinking about this incarnation of the Les Paul Junior, the double cut, these Epiphones, they haven't been available for a long time. I did a little bit of research. Hang on, I just want to get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. It comes with a soft case now. These new budget Epiphone Inspired by Gibsons come with a soft case now. And it's a good, you know, it's a good little thing as well. So I know I criticised this case when it came with the Joan Jett signature a couple of years ago. I was going, oh, that's a bit stingy of them. Well, it was, because it was a fairly, was it expensive? No, actually, on reflection, it wasn't. And I wish I'd kept that now. I haven't. Yeah. You live and learn, don't you? It's a good case, Epiphone. I'm sorry I criticised it. It's good. For a 500 quid guitar, it's not bad at all. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I did some research. That's what I was saying. I Googled it. And according to AI, the AI answer, which is wrong half the time, probably. Anyway, but according to that, Epiphone did a version of this in the 90s, 91 to 99, it said, but it had a bolt-on neck. So that doesn't really count, but they did do a kind of a cheap version back then. And then they've only reissued it as special limited editions, artist signatures, I think. And I think that's it until now. So are they going to carry on doing it? That's the question. That's the question I'm asking anyway. Are they going to carry on? They might not, because, as I said at the beginning, I don't think they sell that well. And that's probably why. They do, obviously, the specials, the 2 pickup versions, because a lot of people go, oh, it's only got 1 pickup. They don't get it, so they go for the specials. So if you want the single pickup budget version of this, i.e. this one, Gibson.com or Anderton's, as far as we know, have got some. Anyone else, let us know in the comments, and get yourself one while you've got the chance. I'm keeping mine. I've got quite a good collection now of these juniors, haven't I? I've got a lot, and I'm going to obviously drag the range out. You know, of Epiphone, just of Epiphones. There's the double cut, there's the single cut, there's the coronet, there's the SG Junior. There's loads. There's loads, and of course there are more expensive versions and other budget versions. I mean, Tokai. That's how it's pronounced, isn't it? That's how I pronounce it. Tokai do a budget version of this for around about the same price as this, maybe a little bit more expensive. And I know lots of other people do. Obviously, Harley Benton, they do one, don't they? And then there's the expensive versions, the Gibson. The Gibson version of this is currently $1,499, so it's an extra £1,000. You've got Eastman. I've still got my Eastman double cut version of this, which is a real beauty guitar. I think you can still get those. They're probably around about 1,500 quid still. And there's more expensive ones. There's, funnily enough, a boutique. They are a boutique British builder, aren't they? Patrick James Eggle. Funnily enough, I got an email from them this week, so I was doing a little bit of research to see if I might want to try and review one of their guitars. They do a version of this called a Macon, I think. And well, there's loads of them, isn't there? Gordon Smith, I think, probably do one. Well, because it's such a killer guitar. It's such a killer guitar. And all I'm going to say now to end this rambling outro monologue is, if you don't get it, you ought to try one. And yeah, that's it. That's all I've got to say on the matter. Yeah, that is. So I'm going now. Thanks for watching. We'll have a little bit of more sloppy playing to jam out on. Come back next week and we'll do something. Yeah, we'll do that amp. We'll do that amp thing. See you then. Ta-da.